Ready? Play.
Wozniacki in the near court. This is a first round match here on Stadium 17.
15 left.
Since coming back from being a mom, we've seen Caroline be really selective with her schedule, which is not something that we saw from her when she first was on tour.
Let her serve.
Hey!
30 left.
Quickly out to 40 love here, Wozniacki. Made her US Open debut in 2007. Yeah, that's a strong start for our two-time finalists here.
First game.
You and I were kind of in awe of the number. Going to take confidence from qualifying. 3 3-setters, as we mentioned, including over former top 10 Kristina Mladenovic.
Love 15.
And Nao's a feisty competitor. She's been on tour for several years. She knows how to compete. She's going to stay engaged in every point.
Love 30.
Question will be, can she maintain the consistency needed to overcome Wozniacki?
Love 40.
Well, putting extra pressure there, Hibino. This is the first time they've met, but Wozniacki famous for that return and already out to a triple break advantage here in game 2. First point of the day for Hibino.
15-40.
Saves one of now 3 break points she's going to have to track down in this game. The 29-year-old from Japan. Well, Kristina, that one flies on her, so Wozniacki here with a dream start.
Wozniacki leads by 2 games to love. First set.
We were wondering how Wozniacki's arm was going to hold up given that she has the tape on it, but it's been a great start so far for her.
There's been a few niggles for her. There's David Lee, her husband. She had a left hip issue earlier this year during the grass court swing. Also, an injury she picked up midway through Indian Wells when she made the quarterfinals.
15 left.
She actually said in the last week that my body has not cooperated 100%. And Kristina, you'll know well, when you get into your 30s, she's now 34. She's not in, well, plainly, she's not in her 20s anymore. I think it's been something that's been more challenging for Caro than she may have thought it was. And of course, for years now, dealing with the rheumatoid arthritis, which can flare up for her really at any time.
Even just how long it takes you to recover from a long match, the next day, the feelings of soreness. When you're 18, early 20s, you can go all day, you can go the next day and not feel it, but as you get into your 30s, as you said, you start to feel it more.
Set it up well there, Hibino, but maybe didn't cover as well as she would have wanted on the net. And this has been a dream start for Caro and a nightmare for Nao. Look at that. And actually 11-1 overall in points played. There's Hibino opening her shoulders on that backhand.
And that's the side for Hibino, her backhand side, that she takes more risks on. She can kind of penetrate the court, and she'll need to take more risks like that against Caroline today.
Wozniacki, who consolidates the break. 8 minutes in, she's got a
3 games to love.
We're in day 2 of the main draw here on Stadium 17. Can that be an answer there for now to move forward a little bit today?
She does possess the ability to come forward. She plays a lot of doubles now, so she does have that ability to move forward, take time away from Caroline. I feel that she's going to have to do that now because from the baseline, Caroline's just too solid.
Yeah, and has not found her range. Hibino, look at that unforced error count. It's a lot of what Wozniacki can do to you on the court. What was the word you used? Nightmare?
Yes, exactly. I played Caroline too many times.
Did you?
Yes.
It's a little opening for Hibino to try to get on the board.
40-15.
Hibino trying to get into the second round here at the US Open, did so in 2017. Hasn't won here since. Played her first US Open back in 2016. Came through the qualifying, which is a feat in and of itself this year.
Where Hibino's ranking is at right now, she's had to play a lot of qualifying this year. So it's something that she's used to, sort of working her way into a tournament. That's her longtime coach, Hibino. She's worked with him since she started on the tour.
Yeah, Takeuchi there. Loving the bucket hat style.
Love sun protection. I'm all for it.
This is a game now where she's let 2 game points slip away, though.
Advantage.
Feel Hibino
Wozniacki.
kind of pressing herself, and that's the pressure that Wozniacki applies as she looks to go up a double break 12 minutes in.
Game Wozniacki.
So Wozniacki indeed goes up the double break here, 4-0. You can
Wozniacki
see
leads
the
by
clock
4 games
there,
to love,
13
first set.
minutes deep. This is a dream start for Wozniacki, runner-up here in 2009 and 10 years ago in 2014. You can stay connected with us here on the US Open, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and WhatsApp. Join the conversation. The hashtag is simple, hashtag US Open. .40 here for Woz in just 14 minutes. 10 unforced errors, the count for Hibino. That's the stat I'm circling. Christina, curious what you're looking at here too.
That's for sure the story of the match so far, the unforced errors from Hibino. I think it's largely in part to knowing that she's playing someone like Wozniacki, who is a Grand Slam champion, is so consistent, gets into your head a little bit.
That's our longest rally so far of the day, that 15 ball exchange. Hibino dumping a drop shot attempt into the net. Hibino trying to up the pace here, and Wozniacki is matching her shot for shot.
Gosh, Caroline did such a good job there of holding the baseline. She was taking the ball on the rise. That's something she's been looking to do more of since she's come back on tour.
Three points for 5-love.
.40-15.
Is there a good time for a double fault? 40-love feels like that's a
4-love, 40-love seems like
best time to
the
throw one
best
in.
time.
First of the day. Wozniacki will be really happy with her serve numbers so far too.
Game
5-love. Caroline Wozniacki serves 1. Wozniacki 11 of 11. Hibino just 3 of 9. That's how we've gotten to this 5-0 scoreline in 18 minutes played. Stadium 17, our scene for this first round women's match on day 2 of the Open. That feels good. First winner of the day for Nao Hibino.
15 love.
Now would really be hoping to just get on the board, get those jitters out of the way, get that first game, and sort of relax a little bit heading into the second set. A lot of these errors so far coming off of the forehand side of Hibino, and that's the side that can break down a little bit more than the backhand.
And is it timing? It looks like she just hasn't found her range yet today.
Yeah, it feels like she's missing a lot of them long.
That was well tracked down by Wozniacki. Those balls can be tricky off the net board.
15-30.
This one popped right up. Caro was on it.
Thirty-all.
That's just such good tennis. Wozniacki
30-40.
picking her targets, not overhitting. Earns a set point with that ball. "21 minutes this first set.
First sets, Wozniacki.
First set in hand. Wozniacki doesn't lose a game. Husband's happy, and so is Caroline. 6-love over Nao Hibino. Now Hibino just chatting with Eiji Takeuchi, her longtime coach. That is legal. Trying to make a set 2 game plan. They've got to start fresh here in the second set.
Love 15.
Christina, curious over these next couple points, what would Coach Takeuchi, there he is, loving the bucket hat still, what would he perhaps be advising Nao Hibino to try to turn things around here?
I think her coach would be telling her to work the points a little bit more and then choose her moment to come in. I like the variation there that Hibino used, a higher ball to the Wozniacki backhand. I think that shot could be beneficial for her.
$15-30. That's 30-all.
Is Wozniacki someone who likes a lot of rhythm? Like if she can, Hibino pull in, or throw in rather, some of those off-pace balls?
Yeah, that would be a good variation. Get the ball out of the strike zone of Caroline. She's really got to try something different now, because what she's doing right now is Caroline's just too good on every shot.
It's playing into the Wozniacki hands, and we've called out the serve has been really an asset for Caro today. Follows that one in with the swinging backhand volley winner. This was a love 30 game.
Game Wozniacki.
4 points on the trot for the Dane.
It's got to be a little
Second set.
demoralizing for now, given that
She's won 3 WTA titles. She's been top 60 in the world. But Wozniacki is just kind of tightening her game around her like a python, like a snake.
I love that comparison.
Yes. It's slow, but it's lethal. See what Hibino can try to turn the tide here.
And you're right,
Love
though,
15.
from the outside, it might not look like a bunch of winners and a
Yeah.
Sabalenka type game or Rybakina, but it's just a relentless pressure that you feel that she is not going to give you a point.
And what about that stat on our screen? Winners to unforced errors.
Love 30. Fifteen, 30.
Just wonder, Christina, is this what Hibino can do to try to open those shoulders more? Injects power with that backhand.
That was so much better there from Nao. She stepped into the court with her backhand. And those are the type of plays that Caroline struggles more with when the opponent takes time away from her. So that's the play for Hibino. Try and take time away from Caroline.
Wozniacki did track that one down. Hibino waiting for it, and for the first time
14,
today,
30.
she's got a game point. Good coverage here. Nice drop volley there, and then stood her ground.
Game Hibino.
That'll just feel so good for Nao Hibino on the board.
1 game all, second set.
She'll be sighing in relief. When you're down 6-0, 1-0, that first game that you can get feels so good.
Big exhale. You were saying too, Nao Hibino is just one of the nicest, sweetest human beings out on the WTA.
She really is.
Won her first WTA title back in 2015. She's got 3 total, Hibino, including last year as a lucky loser. She came through to win the title in Prague. That was last July, brought her back inside the top 100 for the first time since 2021, Hibino. She slipped back out of there just in the last couple months, hence the qualifying and ITF events she's had to play.
15 left.
That's just been a little bit of the struggle for now. Has the level, she possesses the weapons, especially on the backhand side, but just not consistent enough in her play. And I think that's why she's been inside the 100, then goes back a little bit, then has a good tournament. So just not enough consistency.
Left for serve.
I think you know as well as anyone, the consistency is such a, maybe the hardest part of a pro tennis player's job. The week in and week out, bringing your best. Oh, great stuff from Hibino there. Wozniacki had control of that point.
15-0.
We were talking about the physicality for Wozniacki, but the mental piece of it as well, week in and week out.
Oh, she's incredible at that, especially when she was #1 in the world, just to be able to bring her level week after week.
It's a little bit where Hibino has lacked in her career.
It's interesting because you have some top players that get to the top of the game by having these huge, massive weeks, but then they'll lose first round for a little bit and then another massive week. But Caroline's not been like that. She's been someone that kind of is just consistently shows up at with the same level pretty much every tournament, especially when she was in her prime.
Wozniacki, we mentioned the US Open, 13-1 in first rounds, and then you pointed out to me 47-7 in major first rounds.
30-0.
Little point of contention here at 30-all after Hibino was able to finally get on the board in that second game. That backhand take two. Floats just long on her. Game point now for Wozniacki. Yeah, you hear that? Come on. Caro holds, has yet to be broken. Hasn't faced a break point.
Leads by 2-1.
Set
Second
2-1.
set.
The ranking wasn't high enough, but she actually said that it took some pressure off of her shoulders, Hibino, after playing in Rio and the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. She wrote in Japanese, "Now it's time to make my next dreams come true." Yeah, that's a nice point. It can be so interesting. You know yourself as an Olympian, it can be so interesting for these players what it means, the Olympics, and that was a big goal for her. But she said now that it's past Hibino, that she can sigh some of that pressure away.
I can't imagine the pressure of being a Japanese athlete at the Tokyo Olympics. I could understand why she said she feels now that a weight has been lifted off of her.
Didn't do enough there with that drop shot, Hibino.
news for Hibino is that she seems to be striking the ball much better in this second set. And we've seen her use that variation now of a higher forehand down the line to Caroline's backhand.
Yeah, now Christina just wants to hang around Hibino, try to get another hold here, continue to try to put some pressure on Wozniacki. Wozniacki controlling that approach shot really well. That was a tough ball.
30-40.
Yeah, she made this one look easy the way she got up to that ball. She has such a quick first step, Wozniacki.
Here's a 5th break point of the day. That one called by the chair umpire that Wozniacki didn't get to it. He said not up, which is a double bounce.
It's pretty good hands by Hibino to control that half volley.
Yeah, wow, that was beautiful touch.
Deuce.
Here's the call on the not up. Yeah, second bounce indeed. Yeah, you're right. That pickup ball from Hibino was incredible. That's nice stuff from Hibino, and she kind of fist pumps with the racket.
I like that she's willing to take chances here, Hibino. She's willing to mix things up. She possesses great volley. She plays a lot of doubles, Hibino.
%56% of first serves in today. She's not happy with that stat.
Deuce.
Does not get the feet set on that backhand. This is our longest game of the day.
Advantage, Wozniacki.
Well, those were some of the unforced errors, or the kind of unforced errors we saw from Hibino in that first set. And Wozniacki really looking to build an insurmountable lead here. A set and a break. Has not faced a break point today, the Dane.
Game, Wozniacki.
And the double fault from Hibino, so frustration building there as Wozniacki takes a 3-1 lead in this second set. usopen.org is your online home for point-by-point live scoring, highlights, real-time stats, and draws. The website is easy to remember. It's just usopen.org. Picked the cross court, and Hibino held her ground.
Love 15.
She got a bit lucky here, but she did guess right, Hibino. Put herself in the right position.
Nice serve up the tee there. Christina, you and I are looking 7 of 10 Hibino at net today. Just wonder if she tries to get in more.
Seems like she is making more of an effort in the second set, and she is winning 7 of 10 points at the net.
5 of 6 in the second set.
Let's first serve.
The trouble is, though, with Wozniacki is when and how do you get in, because she's so solid and she loves a target to pass. This is the part of the afternoon when that sun can be right up in the player's eyes on that toss.
Never understood how some players could play without a visor or a hat with that sun right in your face like that. Couldn't be me.
You always rock the visor, right?
Oh, I had the visor and I had the heavy zinc application of sunscreen.
Good skincare. No, this is just veteran stuff too. Wozniacki gets the break in that really close fourth game and now just continues the service numbers. They've been strong today. A couple game points to consolidate. She can just see that finish line in the distance too. Caro.
Game Wozniacki.
There's the frustration. Hibino belts that ball out of Stadium 17. Wozniacki in control has not been. Just waiting for a couple fans to
Seats
sit
quickly,
down
please,
here.
directly behind the players. Thank you very much.
Nick McCarville alongside Christina McHale. Christina, as the second set goes on, I'm curious from your perspective, can Wozniacki make a run here? Can Wozniacki fight for another major title at some point? She's 15 months into her comeback.
What I'm seeing from Caroline today looks very promising. She's looking vintage Caro right now, and
I like
her
that.
second round, if she were to get through today, would be against Garcia or Zarazua. I like her chances in that match.
I think the challenge, though, for Wozniacki is she's got to do it consistently for 7 matches. And then looming for her in the third round is Rybakina, who totally blasted her off the court at Wimbledon. She doesn't love the grass, Caro. Mishandled there by Hibino, but she's got to play almost the perfect match, Wozniacki, against a big hitter like Rybakina.
It would be huge if Caro could get out of this match quickly. save energy for those matchups that you're talking about that are going to be a lot more physical battles.
Well, that was a virtual match point here. Wozniacki has opened up a sizable 5-1 double break lead in the second set. We've only played 50 minutes here, Christina.
Gosh, if you're Hibino, you're thinking about just getting to the hour mark.
Wozniacki camp giving nothing away, but they're pretty happy with this so far today. This could have been a tricky match for Caro, but she's just played so within herself today. Serving for the match.
That's so true. She's played within herself. She hasn't, you know, done anything so out of the extraordinary. Just she's played her solid game.
Vintage Caro. I like that phrase you used. That's a compliment, by the way.
I haven't seen many of those, but that is the strength of Hibino. She does possess that ability when she connects right with it.
That falls in. That ball on the baseline. Wozniacki, 2 match points. Just 52 minutes into this match. What a win for Wozniacki. Complete from start to finish. The 2-time finalist making easy work of Nao Hibino. 6-love and 6-1. That scoreline isn't lying.